Hey, what is up, people? Today it is Luna Titanium here, and I am bringing to you the special version of the Gundam The Origin rx-78-02. Now, I know a lot of you guys have probably seen this kit elsewhere, for the traditional release, but this is the special version here, so it comes with a few extra things. Most notably, it comes with a reversible poster. It shows it right here. And it's going to come with the different V-fin showed here in the artwork. And it's going to come with 2 LED units for this guy. So I thought, doing the unboxing of this thing would be a little more noteworthy. And I picked this thing up back in May, but I really haven't talked about it. Really didn't need to at the moment. Had too much stuff going on. But now, nothing else is going on, so we might as well. Alright, so here's the box art here, straight out of the anime, which we don't get that too very often, that one's used directly from the anime. So that's pretty noteworthy. But anyway, so yeah, got it doing the old traditional sitting up pose. And well, it's definitely interesting. This is a box that I'm probably going to be saving just for this. I might cut it out, put it in a frame or something. Hey, but we'll see. Anyway, so turning the box over here, we've got the Gundam here doing some regular the standing pose. This one is also the one that comes with the cannon, and it shows right there. This one's going to have the, turn you a bit, if you can see that right there. My camera wants to focus. Come on, girl. There. See, it'll show the yellow V-fin option on this kit instead of just the traditional white one. Alright, put you back. If I can get my camera to stay. Alright. Anyway, so here it's going to have the Gundam doing some, regular action shots, stuff like that. And a standing pose here with the beam saber drawn, as well as the full list of additional equipment there and the effect parts this one comes with. So one thing I've been really excited to get into this kit was all the different poses it can do, plus everything associated with that and the effect parts and all the open hatch stuff this thing can do. So that should be interesting. Let's get a closer look over here at this. This is yeah, for one thing, this is noteworthy that this is one of the newer kits released, so this is double printed in English, so we can know what the fuck's going on. But here, as you can see, it's talking about the manga, talking about the movies, and this must be the snippet that it was used in here. It says Gundam Rising. And this over here shows the optional LED parts. Put you in for a closer look again. See right there, it's talking about the optional LED parts and showing the 2 different scenes where this one's from the novel, this one's from the, I want to say that's from the anime also. So you can either have pink or yellow eyes to, sort of pick your poison. I will say right now that I'm taking the yellow eyes out of this kit, or that LED, because I'm going to throw it over into my Jesta. Still need to do a review of that Jesta. It's been a little while since I've showed all the pictures for that. But, so this one, when I finally get around to building this guy, most likely will be using the red LED for it, or the pink ones, whatever you'd call it. Anyway, moving on here. Alright, so Now that we've taken a look at the box, I'm going to crack this baby up, and we're going to take a look at the manual. Alright guys, here's our manual here. I'm just going to show off the same box art that the box top had. And it's still playing on that special version. Here's a side shot for anybody actually wanting to read things as normally printed. Tell my light up to get out the glare a bit. There we go. Alright. So first things first. Here we've got your runner count, everything being used, some things being not. I'm not seeing a whole lot of X's. Most of them are here on these ABS parts. And that's nothing of real large importance. Here it's going to show our steps, all your do's and don'ts. It's going to start with the building of the body. No core fighter in this one, as I'm sure people know. So, no core fighter, but a really sturdy, blocky body, which I kind of like that. Finishing up the body here, see it's going to show the installation of the LED unit right here and how to work that. Again, really nice and really grateful that they have this double printed in English because they tell me what batteries I need. Okay, moving on here. Over here it's going to show the building of the head and the arms over here. Looks like we're using the 3.0 hands, which some people really hate those, but I like them personally. You know, I built a couple of kits with those, and those are also the kits I used on my master grade camper. So, yeah, I mean, I'm actually kind of glad it has those. It's going to have us piecing that all together here, and it's going to show us putting the beam sabers in right here on this part. But as we know, if you're doing this kit, you're going to want that cannon, so I'm not going to use those. Let me flatten out the spine here of this book a bit. Show off the waist section building over here. And it looks like we have a full color center insert here. Now we've got the center insert right here on this side here talking about the Gundam the Origin. And we've got the rx-78-02 over here showing off its action poses, all its details, the effect parts. And for those that don't know, that's the cannon right there that I was talking about. And just from looking at the manual here, it's going to show off that nice double bend in the knee. And in case we didn't get a good look at it earlier, there's the dual colors for the eyes that it was talking about, one from the anime, one from the novel. And lastly, we're finally coming around here to the building of the legs and the final assembly over here. Which, one thing, for those that might be visually impaired, I do like that the pictures here are slightly bigger. That's never really been a problem for me, even though I wear glasses. But it is what it is. So, here we've got the weapons. This kit's going to come with 2 beam rifles, a bazooka, and that shoulder cannon. Which, one thing I gotta say is I kind of like the larger beam rifle right here, because it looks just a little more along the lines of like the gun cannon. It's beam rifle, you know. Had to have that larger magazine size. Nah, I've always kind of liked that a little more. So, hell yeah, we get options. And I know what some of you guys might be thinking. Man, he still can't hold the manual right. Try to get us all to see this. I'm doing my absolute best, guys, I swear. So now moving on here, we've got our shield, and you have 2 different configurations for this. One upside down, one regular. And most people I see always put it in the upside down pose, so when I build this, I'm probably going to do the same. Here it's showing all the different peg designs here for pegging into the hands or posting it onto the back skirt. The rifles can also go onto the back skirt, so that's nice. But as a small amount of detail here, it's going to show the regular posing here of the shield, but the rifles can also be stored inside the shield. Unfortunately, there aren't two mounting racks, there's only one. So that is what it is. But something here on the next page shows the same mounting bracket that goes to the arm can be mounted onto the back. So that's all sort of self-contained, and I really dig that. Here it's showing the mounting of the cannon on the back, the full tilt and swivel of the cannon, as well as down here, adding onto the inserts with the missiles and machine gun effect parts. And lastly here, we've got the cockpit opening gimmick, the separation gimmick in the shoulders. We've got an action-based connector right here. And apparently there's skirt and thigh swivels on this thing, so that's nice. We've got separation here on the back of the leg, not only a double bend in the knee, and it's also showing us down here how to insert and install the LED unit. Over here we've got our marking decals and that guide. And this kit seems to have some decent decals. It's nothing like the 3.0 where they're just sort of there and gigantic, but they're pretty nice. And lastly here on the back sheet, we've got our Gundam. We've got in our color guide. Also, we do get two Amuro Ray pilot figures here. And he seems to be dressed in his civilian clothes from the first episode. So, jean jacket, yellow shirt. Alright. Alright, guys. Now, we can get into the special things from this kit. So, our first special thing from this kit is this. And this is a folded up reversible poster here. Let's go ahead and flare it out here. And this is a MS evolution chart. I'll post better pictures of this later, most likely on my Facebook, just in case anybody's really interested in seeing this. I'm not going to throw this up on the wall yet, just because I wouldn't want anything to happen to this in the meantime. So this will probably stay stored up in the box, but all things considered, it's pretty nice. Man, this thing does not... Okay, this thing is being really difficult. Okay, anyway. So, over here, we've got our gun cannon evolution line leading into the rx-78s, that whole series, including the local types right here, and the aquatic one, evolving. But down here on the bottom, it's the entire Xeon evolution line throughout the Origin series so far. Starting over here on the end with our mobile workers, and eventually the combat one that they were using in that episode, leading into the design of the Goof and the Waff right here, and the Boogoo. Now I can fold that, show a bit more here. And we've got our full Zaku lineage right here, leading into the Zaku High Mobility test type right here, and the Dom test types down here. And now we can flip this over to the other side here. Anybody that's seen, the original episode of this will know what this is. This is the Gundam blueprints from the episode where they were fighting on the moon. So, that's a thing. So, this would look cool up on a wall, or if you're doing some sort of a cosplay style picture or something you want to take, you can throw this down on a table and it'll look pretty cool. But, yeah, all things considered, this was pretty cool to add on here to sort of commemorate this into something special. Now, the rest of the stuff, the special stuff comes with this kit, are on the runners. So I'm going to show that off in just a second when we break down the runners. Alright guys, so now that we can look at the runners here, I can show off this right here is the yellow LED unit. I haven't taken it out of the cellophane yet because I don't even want to risk misplacing this. So holding it together as a single unit here. So the back plate is right here on this part, and this here is your main LED unit right there. Next up, so that was our yellow one, and then I would have to assume this is going to be the purple one. Again, it's double bagged in this, and I don't want to take it out. So we're going to put that over here. Alright, so moving along here, getting right into our A runner. Our A runner, usually our multicolored one, and this one's no exception to that rule. This here shows off all of this stuff going on here. See if I can give you a better shot. So, we've got clear plastic here, the yellow, and this is a very, I would almost dub this Gundam yellow because it's almost a orange yellow. Almost. But then we have our clear effect parts right here under it, and this is made of a very rubbery, soft ABS. So if you need to heat these up and elongate them, change the shape, whatever, got you covered. And lastly, here's the small amount of blue pieces for the chest and the cockpit. That's it. Okay, keeping it rolling here. The next runner here, apparently this is our H runner. Here, this is going to show our guns, the backpack, a few other pieces here. It's not a very big one. Let's see. This is our I runner here, and it's going to show our shield connectors, a few other pieces of smaller things, probably some joints on this one. You know, that's that. Next up here, let me grab the other D runner. Anyway, I didn't see it yet. So D2 here, this shows our thigh pieces, some of our thigh armor. This is pretty much one leg here that I'm holding, and the skirt flaps. Right on. Nice big beam sabers. Gotta love that. And this is E, so this is going to show a nice large shield, a bit bigger than what we're normally used to. We've got the head armor there. On the sides, we've got the white V-fin, just like the A runner had the yellow one. Top of the head there, and a very itty-bitty tiny Amuro pilot figure right here. Yes, I know he's upside down. Almost a bit out of scale compared to this Amuro figure right here, the standing one, but I understand that Bandai occasionally has to cut some corners as far as scale of pilot figures, because that's not the most important thing in the world. Nice big faceplate right there. You know, this is a pretty nice redesign, I must say, you know, for as far as proportions and changes go. Moving on. And this is our G1 runner here, showing the other beam rifle, as well as looking like some pieces from the bazooka. So, congratulations, the bazooka of this kit will be molded in gunmetal gray and white. So that's good. It's a lot better than the rx-78 Verka that I had to build. God, painting that bazooka was a pain in the ass, because it was only molded in one color. Anyway, moving on here. We've got our F runner. This is our red parts. We've got our waist section. We've got our shield. A few extraneous pieces here. Looks like from the feet. That's it. That's red. Oh, and our chin pieces on here. Not a lot of red. One thing I've been hearing people fame this Gundam for is its amazing frame. So we're getting some more of those pieces here. A lot of interestingly molded pieces here. So I'm almost getting sort of like a jigsaw effect here. That all of these pieces are strange, but once they come together, they're going to look pretty fucking awesome. So let's wait and see. Alright, moving on. And Yeah, I was correct. See here the white pieces there for the bazooka. And this is the rest of the D runner here. This is D1, so it still has the beam sabers and all the other leg parts that we've come to expect from seeing the other one. So nothing entirely new here from what we're seeing, but it looks damn good and I'm pretty excited. Segueing directly here into the B runner, which this looks to be mostly legs, except for right there, this row of like conical shaped things there, that's the bazooka ammo. So we're actually getting a fully reloadable magazine here, and that's always nice, even though, you know, there are a lot of us that'll never use that. But, you know, I like options. I like, you know, they say I wanted to turn this into a diorama piece. I'm not saying I do, but reloadable mags make for cool dioramas. And moving on. Let's see. Oh, see, that's some pretty nice attention to detail here, because this is the second B runner, and I have more bazooka ammo right here. Right there. Yep. So more bazooka ammo. This is the other leg. As far as a few other detail pieces, same old, same old. Moving on. Last couple of things here. We've got our polycaps, and not a lot of polycaps here, and they seem to be specifically tailor-made for this kit. At least I hope so, because I don't think I've used these that much before. Right on. Lastly, as far as the runners go, we have our hands, and like I said, they're those typical 3.0 hands. Love them, hate them, whatever, that's what I'm using. And lastly, no more runners. Well, technically, yes, more runners. We have beam sabers. They're traditional beam sabers. You know, you love it. Big O. Okay. As far as marking decals here, I was really hoping for some dry transfers, if not some water slides, seeing as how this is special edition. But we don't get them. That's really the only disappointment so far. We have marking decals. Nothing, yeah, no dry rubs, no water slides, traditional marking decals. We all use them. It is what it is. Good enough. There are some full stickers here, some for the eyes, but they're those eye decals that you're going to have to inlay. I'm not going to use the eye decals simply because there's no real need to if I'm going to use the LED unit. Other than that, we have scope decals here for the RX-78's big yellow scope, and a few others for the cameras. Bingo. Alright guys, so after all that's said and done here, I'm still pretty damn excited about, you know, building this thing. I ain't saying I'm going to do it like within a couple weeks. I'm still working on the Armored Core Tellus kit from Gota. That thing's taken me a while, but you know, if you are interested in seeing me build this, let me know in the comment section. Let me know on my Facebook page. Harass me a little bit, and I can push it to the front. If you guys want to see an out-of-box build of this thing, but that might, just for the record, if you push me on it, it might be straight build. I might not have time to paint it, but it will get painted eventually. Anyway, though, so, you know, decide amongst yourselves, talk amongst yourselves, let me know something. If you guys are excited about this kit and if you enjoyed this, please leave a like down below. And all things considered, I'm pretty damn excited to start this whenever I do. Anyway, this here's been Luna Titanium saying, I will see you later.